days, your mercy, I want so I pray you never let me go, never let me down. And I pray that you make better my life. I want you.
Pray that you make better my life. How's that? Welcome to YouTube. Join us live on Facebook as well. It's Razia International, your urban woman show with me, Razia Rangrage. It is already 15 minutes past 11. A wonderful Wednesday indeed. Now we know what part of the year that we are in. And as the school break begins and families gather, many of us, especially our young listeners, will be spending a little extra time doing what? Gaming. And that's perfectly fine as long as it is healthy. Now, to join us with this very important topic where we're talking about gaming and how we can manage it over the holidays is ML Bilal Kathrada. He's a real tech savvy and he can tell us more about this and guide us into it. Assalamu alaikum, Maulana. Welcome back to Urban Women.
Wa alaikum salam, Razia. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Alhamdulillah, it's holiday time. Sometimes, we think, let's just unwind. Let us just take out the gaming. Let's go for it because perhaps during the exam season, it was that peak season. All of that needed to be put away. Well, I hope it was actually. We can hope with the way things are nowadays. But with school out and more free time, how much gaming is actually healthy for our kids, you would say?
Honestly, it's like with everything in life, moderation, right? And so if kids are getting about 2 hours of screen time or maximum 2.5 hours of screen time a day, that's more than enough. And that can be split between gaming and social media, videos, whatever else they might watch on the screen. So I don't think more than 2.5 hours is healthy for children.
More than 2.5 hours. And it's insane when you go. Sometimes I go visiting and it's incredible how you just see the little ones are stuck, glued, they're gaming, they'll come out just to make salam and then they'll go back in. And that's about it. Whereas before, back in the day, you see the kids playing outside, hide and seek, hopscotch, all of those things. But share with us, why do you actually think that gaming has become such a big source of conflict in families this time of the year?
So I think it's become a conflict simply because of excessive usage, right? It wouldn't have been a conflict if there was responsible use. And the problem that many parents had, and I had this problem also with my kids growing up, where these games are so alluring and maybe I should use the word addictive, that they want to be at it all the time. And it's human nature. When you've got this game, when you've got this task or this accomplishment you need to do in the game, this quest, you want to finish it. And it's very frustrating. And a lot of games, a good game is designed in such a way that they make it just easy enough for you to believe that you can do it, but just hard enough that you'd have to try a few times, 15, 20 times before you get it. And by the time you raise your head and you look, hours have gone past. Hours. And so that's the problem that I used to have with my kids. And until I taught them to moderate, it remained a problem with us. And it also remained not just a problem between parent and child, but for the child himself, because that overusage meant his mind was kind of fixated. And the moment any time he was spending out of it, was almost absent-minded, because he could be eating, he could be doing a chore, but the mind is in that quest that he hasn't completed or he needs to complete. And then now I think games have become a lot more addictive because of the social nature of them. So that's where a lot of the problems are coming in.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for your honesty, because this is something I think all parents are facing, and it's something we're going through together collectively, and we're looking for that balance. And how do you find the balance? And sometimes some parents may feel a little guilty thinking, I'm so busy and at least my child's occupied and, they're doing something that they love. But it is designed with the purpose of addiction. And just like how you're saying, we know how gambling works. And if you think about the innocent games we also take our kids for, it's like, put one coin in and maybe you're going to win more. Put another one. It's kind of like that addiction. And the child will say, just one more, I'm almost there. Or let me try. And, the games where you pick up the teddy bear or something. and they think they almost got it. And as you're speaking, I'm just thinking it's that same kind of a thing where you think you're almost there, but then are you really there? It's like that carrot dangling. You mentioned addiction. We're talking about that. So you do say that are there some types of games that are more likely to lead to overuse or addictive patterns than others? Are there safer games out there as well?
I think there are safer games. Don't ask me to list titles. I'm a bit out of touch on the gaming side of things. I think there are games that help you to think, games that are very strategic in their nature, and the difference you see when and this is very interesting. My basic principle, let me, rather than give you actual titles, let me give you the basic principle for deciding whether a game is beneficial or just there for the gameplay and the addiction. If a game involves a lot of mental activity, not repetitive stuff, not just holding that controller and sort of going through a war zone and shooting people, or a repetitive mindless stuff. I'm talking about a game that makes you think, that involves you to the point where after a half an hour or an hour, you actually feel mentally exhausted because it's kind of got you to work. Now that game, you can see, is not just uh, giving you an endorphin rush, it's also giving you a mental workout. That's great, but unfortunately that's usually the type of games that kids don't like. They like the more mindless, chill stuff. I'm not saying there's something wrong with the chill stuff. I mean, especially after a hard day at school and things, or doing their chores, if they sit and they chill with a video game, by all means, half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, great stuff. It's when it goes more than that when it becomes a problem.
Absolutely. That makes so much of sense. And we can't actually tell a child, don't do that. Nowadays, they're connecting as well with their friends and they're playing, and it's gone to a whole different level. But I think it's learning that balance, as you say. What are some of the positive ways that families can actually get involved in gaming together? Because we can't exactly stop the child. So how can we work with this?
I think your answer is in your question. I think if it becomes more a family thing rather than a solo thing, it's a lot more beneficial. Look, let's understand that kids do need their time on their own doing their stuff. And like I say, 1-2 hours, that's fine. Give them that. They've worked hard throughout the year. Let's not be unreasonable. It's the generation they are living in. Go for it. But there must be some time spent together, parent and child, uh, on tech, where it could be anything. It could be something constructive. It could be gaming. It could be coding, learning to code together. It could be doing some kind of online project, like making a little documentary video. Take your mobile phone, go in the yard, record some things, make a little documentary video about it. What I'm trying to say is there are so many activities that parent and child can do together. Gaming is just one of them, but it can also be quite a bit of fun. If you
Yeah.
said, and this is one of the things that we still enjoy up to today, my sons, my nephews, they would take a lot of pleasure in giving me a walkthrough on a game. So they'll give me a controller, and as useless as I am, they get good
Yeah.
laughs out of it. And
I'm
so
sure.
we play a game together. It could be a fighting game, it could be a strategy game. So there's a lot of fun in it, but there's also a lot of family bonding in it because we have some good laughs together. So I think let's and I understand from a parent's perspective, we are busy, life is hectic, but let's find some time because these are our kids after all.
I like that. Find some time. And there's no such thing as time. You make the time. And maybe the games are different now. Maybe the way we spend time together as a family is different. But I think the core principle doesn't have to change. You can still be very much involved in it. And because remember, the children's sense of normal now is very different to what was normal for us. So they cannot comprehend that. I mean, take the phone, the landline, for example. They can't process. What do you mean? Used to dial. What do you mean? Fax machines. What do you mean? So alhamdulillah, very different times, but it's about us being able to evolve and being able to guide them through that and still be the parents that they need. We thank you for your time this morning, Mulana. It's been wonderful connecting with you. Very valuable information just about bringing that balance, knowing that it's okay, but it's just about how we manage it essentially at the end of the day. As we wrap up, we're already in December 2025. I know you're doing fabulous work on the tech side and things like that. What is your message for our listeners this morning?
So I think let's use this holiday to have fun, to chill, but also to gently educate our children on technology, coding, things like that. Get to learn these things, teach them. For parents who need some advice and guidance on how to do this, feel free to reach out to me, and everyone is invited to come and visit our new facility in Durban. It's a very high-tech training facility that we have. So please come and visit us.
Wonderful. ML Bilal Kathrada is available on all social platforms. Just reach out to him. Definitely, we need to get more involved. We as parents also need to be educated. Thank you for your time. Until we connect again. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam.
ML Bilal Kathrada chatting with us. It's lovely. We always get him on to tell us about all of these important things. And yes, you can reach out to him if you have any questions or if you also want to learn a little bit more about tech. I think the playing field has changed, not so much outdoor now. And we don't even blame our kids. I mean, we're a bit cautious when we think about our safety, when we think about our surroundings, when we think about, are we really free to take our kids out to the park without looking behind our back all the time? What is happening? Where are kids now starting to play? But let's still be involved. It's Urban Woman with me, Razia Rangrage. 11:26 is our time. We'll be back after the break. Stay tuned.